You might be 2-0 down and it's half time, or there might be 10 minutes left and you need that goal to take it into extra time. This is where your ultra attacking custom tactics will come into play. This is my 3-5-2 custom tactics and player instructions in FIFA 22.
Griezmann, 3 men around him, and somehow finds some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a taunt. Didn't really go for it. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We
of
talked about
margins.
Aussie Super. He's not here to make up the numbers.
The 3-5-2, one of the best formations in my opinion for getting back into a game, whether it's half time or whether it's approaching full time, lads. And the reason why I like this formation personally is because it doesn't overload the attack with attackers. You still have 2 CDMs to prevent those counter attacks as you're pushing forward, and this allows you to stay in the game whilst you're trying to equalise. Moving in to the custom tactics, defensive style, in my opinion, is one of the most important tactics for this formation and how you should set this up. If I am in a situation where there is a lot of time left in the game, I will usually set defensive style to pressure after possession loss. I don't want to go constant pressure, and that is because obviously your players will run out of stamina by the end of the game and your chances of getting back into the game will become less and less. So I like to keep it on pressure after possession loss because this will allow my players to push up and put pressure onto my opponent so that I have a higher chance of winning the ball back, but I don't wear away the player's stamina. However, if you're approaching towards the end of the game, there might be 10 to 20 in-game minutes and you're 1 or 2 goals down or even 3 goals down. What I highly recommend is you guys switching it to constant pressure. At the end of the day, we are getting back into the game. So if you are looking to equalise, I highly recommend putting it on constant pressure, especially if you're approaching full time. Width I have set on 50. Reason being is because it's quite balanced and the formation is wide in nature, which means I don't need to expand the width on the formation. Depth, on the other hand, is set to 75. I like to pressure my opponent, especially in situations where I need to get back into the game. And for those of you who have watched my previous custom tactics episodes, you would know that I already have my default formation set onto 70 depth because I like to manually press my opponent without relying on the AI. Having said that, of course, it is important to try and utilize that AI with constant pressure, especially if you are trying to get back into the game and there's not much time left. Build up play I have set on fast build up. Reason being is we're trying to get back into the game, lads. So in this case, we need to push forward. We need to put pressure onto our opponent and we need to get players forward into the bots to get into those goal scoring opportunities. There's no point doing this slowly, especially if there's not much time left. So in this situation, for ultra attacking, I highly recommend having this set to fast build up. Chance creation is on forward runs. Yet again, it's the same as fast build up. I need my players pushing forward, putting pressure onto my opponent, and I want them getting into those goal scoring opportunities. I won't have this if it's set onto balance unless I am triggering them with the L1 make a run button. However, lads, we don't have time to do that. We need to push forward. So in my opinion, you guys should have it on forward runs. Width, yet again, for the attack, I have on 50. Again, the formation is relatively wide in nature. You have that left mid and right mid out wide, and that will give us enough width to hopefully drag the defense out to the win and open up the gaps in the middle. Players in the box I have set onto 9. I don't want every player pushing up and getting into the bots. I still want a couple of defenders back, and that goes back to what I was saying before in terms of having those CDMs with the 3-5-2. It's important because we don't want everyone pushing forward. We still want to be able to prevent a counter attack from our opponent if need be, and those CDMs allow us to do that. And if we have it set on to 10, this will push everyone forward, and in my opinion, lads, it's not a good idea, especially if there's still around 20 to 10 minutes left in game. There's still enough time for us to get back into the game without having everyone push up. So in summary, we have it set on 9. Corners, I have set onto 5. I know I said before that I don't want everyone pushing up and leaving myself vulnerable to counter attacks. However, I find when you have corners set onto 5, not every player pushes up into the bots. You still have defenders back, which will allow us to try and break up the play if our opponent attempts to counter attack us. Free kits, again, I have set on 5. Same goes. I find that you don't have everyone pushing forward in free kit situations. You will have defenders back, whether it's 1 or 2, but you still will have a defender back to break up the play. Moving into player instructions. This is very important. Reason being is because it goes into what I said in the previous segment of custom tactics. We still need our CDMs coming back. We still need players going forward. What does this mean? With our attackers, I like to have my 2 strikers on getting behind. I want them making runs and I want them getting into those goal scoring opportunities for me to either thread a through ball through or to look for them inside the box, because they will be just on the shoulder of the defender as they are pushing into that 18-yard box. In terms of my center attacking midfielder, the same goes as every other custom tactic that I've taught you. I have my CAM on balanced. Reason being is because I want him floating in and out the spaces, lads, to receive the ball and hopefully get those passes into my strikers who are on the shoulder of the defense. My left wing I like to have on balance yet again, as well as my right wing. Same goes. I want them pushing forward, but I also want them to sit into those pockets on the side for them to receive the ball if I need to pass it out to them to draw the defense out to that side. I find if you have them on getting behind, they will be on the shoulder of the defense, and a lot of the time they won't be there to receive the ball, which can be a problem if you're trying to quickly build up the pitch. With my CDMs, I have them set on stay back while attacking. You're thinking, but Aussie, this just contradicts everything you've said in terms of pushing players forward. I know, but it's important, lads, that we still break up the play if they're counter-attacking us. Don't get me wrong, your CDMs will still push forward, especially when you have it on forward runs and you have it set onto fast build up. CDMs will push forward, they will get into those attacking spaces, and they will attempt to receive the ball higher up the pitch. However, for defensive purposes, I still have them on stay back while attacking, because I still need at least that one CDM to be at least in that position where he can try and track back and break up the play. My CBs obviously are on stay back while attacking, and goalkeeper, yet again, is unbalanced. So there you have it, lads. That is my custom tactics and player instructions for the 3-5-2. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This has been a long awaited video and you guys have been asking for it for quite some time, so sorry for the delay on that, but lads, it's here, so let's enjoy it. But as always, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam, and goodbye.